Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are finally getting to the most requested video on the channel for the longest time. We are finally going to delve into what all is behind me on these shelves. If you have been to a live stream, you will know that this is basically the view that we have behind me while I am streaming, and I've had a lot of questions about what is on the shelves behind me, and I go into a little bit of an explanation, but there's so much stuff back there that it needed its own video. So without further ado, we're gonna flip over to my phone and we're gonna check everything out. All right, so we are on my phone now. It's time to get a look at what is all back here. So I'm gonna kind of go shelf by shelf. First off, normally when I stream, this entire top row, so this shelf here, here, and here is pretty much out of view. My webcam kind of like caps things off at here. So this is what you all are mostly familiar with seeing. So some of the stuff that's up here, you might not even be aware that I have. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Also, I do apologize if this is going to be a little shaky since I have to record this portion on my phone. So this shelf is pretty normal. There's some Funkos here. This is probably one of my favorite Funkos that I have, this Iron Man from the Avengers Endgame movie. The final scene there in the battle against Thanos. That's a really cool Funko, probably one of my favorites in my collection. I have a bunch of little Christmas ones here that I actually got this past Christmas, so that was really cool. A nice little Wolverine over here, and a couple other ones up here. We have a kind of like a cross between Punisher and War Machine. There was a few different Marvel series where they kind of like mashed up some heroes, so that's one of them. And then a Mysterio Funko from the Spider-Man Far From Home movie. And King Deadpool sitting here on his lovely little throne. This is probably one of my favorite shelves that we have here because this has my favorite set of Funkos. You can see here in the middle we have the 6 different chrome colored Thanos Funkos from the Avengers Infinity War movie, and they are one of each of the color of the Infinity Stones. It took me a while to find these. I was only able to find 5 for the longest time. It took me forever to find the purple one, and I didn't even find it. My friend Jess, shout out to you, Jess, she found it for me, and she picked it up and held on to it for like a solid few months before I was able to finally pick it up off of her. So thank you so much, Jess, I appreciate that. We got some other Thanos Funkos here. This is kind of like my Thanos shelf. Thanos is my favorite villain from the MCU and just from Marvel in general. So I kind of like having this like own like little shelf dedicated to Thanos. We do have some other Funkos on the shelf though. We have the Black Panther. Let me just get this Thanos out of the way. I'll move these guys for now. We've got the Marvel Studio 10-year gold chrome Black Panther and Ant-Man down here. And then over on the other side, we have the Iron Spider, which is down here. We have Iron Spider and the Doctor Strange. These two were not originally released when they did the Marvel Studios gold chrome Funkos, if I'm remembering correctly. They did some polls to decide which other two should be added, and I believe those were the two that won because they do have the Fans Choice sticker on them. This shelf up here, there's going to be a tiny bit of a glare, and I'm reaching a little bit, but this shelf we have pretty sure everything except for Stan Lee in the corner is the Marvel 80-year Funkos. So we've got some here. All of these I just basically picked up from EB Games and Toys R Us, but some really cool ones. I like the ones that have the special edition stickers. So we've got the Adam Warlock there. He also has the Infinity Gauntlet on, which is really cool. Then we've got the special edition like bronze statue of Wolverine. It's the same kind of look as the Stan Lee up there. And we've got Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, and Nick Fury. Those, the Nick Fury and the Captain Marvel, I did pick up from my local EB Games, but those are, I think it says 2019, yeah, Fall Convention limited edition. Y'all are probably getting a little bit of a better view than I am right there. But yeah, those were really cool to pick up, and I also grabbed Iceman when I saw it because I really like Iceman. He's one of my favorite of the X-Men. All right, getting down and pretty much finishing off this row here, we've got just some more Marvel Funkos. But the thing about this shelf is that some of these are like from the original wave of Marvel Funkos. So you can see we've got Iron Man, Wolverine there 04, 05. We've got Hulk there as 8, and Deadpool in the corner there as number 20. That's actually like a gray suit Deadpool. It is a little bit tricky to see because of the lighting. I do apologize. But it's a really, really cool Deadpool Funko. And then down here, we have the little mini set from Thor. We've got Odin, Heimdall, Lady Sif, and then there's also a Loki back in there as well. We've got Doctor Doom and Galactus here at the front. But then also right back here, we've got a Marvel Collector Corps exclusive Thor Secret Wars Funko as well. I don't know why I keep saying Funko. It's obvious that these are all Funkos, so just excuse that. All right, this is kind of like a miscellaneous shelf. Again, it is kind of dark because it is getting close to the bottom. But this is kind of just like a little miscellaneous shelf. I've got some figures from Dungeon Dice Masters, some old Digimon figures from when I was a kid. And I picked up this Batman Funko because I really liked the look of it. And then there's a Joker pop in there that came from a friend who had an extra. And then we've got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones in there as well. We also have a statue of Joseph Seed from Far Cry 5 back there because I worked on the game and I wanted the statue. And then we've got a Locust little like vinyl figure from Gears of War. And the telephone booth and the double-decker bus, those came from Wifey when she went to England. She picked those up for me on her trip there with her family. All right, this is gonna be a little tricky to go through all of the Funkos in here, so I'm kind of just gonna like point the camera like this at this shelf for a little bit and just kind of talk about some of the notable figures that we've got on here. We've got a bunch of Rock Candy figures there at the back. We've got some Guardians of the Galaxy back in there along with some of the Infinity War pops. We've got Cull Obsidian and Corvus Glaive back there. This Moon Knight, I believe, was a EB Games exclusive. The box was kind of damaged when I got it, so I took it out. That's assuming I'm remembering correctly, and I don't have that one on the shelf somewhere here, but it doesn't look like it. The Hulk and the Captain America that are here, these were actually from the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. When Wifey and I went to go see that back when we were still dating, they had 2 double packs. They had Hulk and Captain America and Iron Man and Ultron, which are on a shelf up here. Those might not have been the double packs, but those were the 4 characters that you got. So we decided to grab them. We really liked them, and they were kind of like an exclusive thing for the movie. And then we've got some other just like little random stuff, little random ones down in here. All of these mini Funkos at the bottom, these are all from like blind bags and stuff. Same with the Ant-Man, the Green Goblin. Those all came from like blind boxes and that kind of a thing. These small figures, like the 2 Falcons here, the Nick Fury, and some of these other ones. There's a couple of Electros here, and I think this was another Nick Fury. These came from just like a dollar store. Actually, this is Punisher, my apologies. That's Punisher, and then that's Nick Fury. These came from just like a dollar store. They had like some little blind bags with like little Marvel figures that were like $1, so I grabbed a bunch of them. There's a few on one of the shelves that we're gonna go to next. Moving up to this one, there's not a whole lot here, so this will probably not take too long. We've got another Black Widow Rock Candy figure, as well as a Phoenix from the Dark Phoenix movie. We have, oh, I'm forgetting the cat's name. It's the cat from Captain Marvel. I forget the cat's name. I'm so sorry. But we've got the cat with the Tesseract, that little scene where it like eats up the Tesseract. That was pretty cool. This one back here, the Hulkbuster from Age of Ultron, probably one of my most wanted Funkos before I was able to get my hands on it. It's a absolutely amazing figure. I really, really like it. I was very happy to finally pick this up. Again, this was included in the trade with Jess, so thank you for that. And we've got some other ones here. We've got a gold Thor back there as well for the Marvel Studio 10-year. We've got a glow-in-the-dark Electro, which is really, really nice. Agent Coulson there too. That is a pretty difficult one to find if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, a pretty light shelf compared to the others. Let's go up top here where it's a little bit more packed. Now again, this is one of the shelves that is not normally in view when I stream, so a lot of the things up here are probably going to be new. So the Thanos, the Loki, and the dude next to Loki, those are all Marvel Legend figures. The Deadpool here, this was like a $60 statue, I think at like a Hot Topic, and it was on sale for 50% off, and the box was damaged, so they gave me a second discount on top of it. I ended up paying like 20 bucks for it, so it was a really, really good deal. All of these figures that have the blue circular bases and these colorful bases on these Ant-Man figures, these are all from various Disney Store sets. With each Marvel movie, they released a figure set, so there's some back in here from, I think there's Thor Ragnarok, there's Infinity War, maybe Guardians 2, maybe some of the Guardians figures came from the Infinity War set. It was quite large, so I can't really remember. And then there's definitely Ant-Man and the Wasp as well, because we've got the Ghost here, and Ant-Man and Wasp, of course. I've got a Infinity Gauntlet back there because I love Thanos, as we've already established. The Ultron and the Iron Man, those go hand in hand with the Captain America and the Hulk from down here. Sorry about that. And we've got some smaller figures here that these again came from like those little dollar store blind bags. I've got a little Ronin here. That was another like blind bag, blind box figure. And then we've got a couple of little tiny figures here. I can't remember what these are called. There was two sets that each came with two figures and a matching base. So I think it was a Ghost Rider and Rocket Raccoon came together. And then there was Thor and Iron Man. So you can see that they all have a matching base. And then there's some other figures in here like Doctor Strange and Winter Soldier. There was also like some blind bags that you could get with various figures and a little mini Dorb Gamora there. We've got some Venomized Marvel. We got some Marvel zombies up there. We got Zombie Venom, Wolverine, and Silver Surfer, and a non-zombie Silver Surfer here. We do have another Thanos pop. The reason why this Thanos is up here and not on the Thanos shelf is because this one I want to keep in the box, and it would take some serious rearranging to get this one on the other shelf, so that's why it's up here. Then we've got some others here. I'll just kind of like pan through what we got here. Down onto this shelf here, the ones with the Avengers base, these are another Disney Store figure collection. I think this was from Endgame, but I honestly can't remember. Actually, it definitely was Endgame because Thanos has got his like little helicopter blade there. So it was definitely Endgame. We've got a nice Mysterio figure back here. This was a birthday gift, I believe, last year from Wifey. So that was really, really nice. And then I'll just kind of show off some of the other Funkos that we've got over here and some of the various other little figures here. The last Marvel shelf, this is where I've got all of my Venomized Funkos. So we've got a bunch of different Venomized figures. Storm is kind of fallen over there. The base on the Storm is not the greatest, so she's kind of like leaning up against Ultron there. But we've got some various Venomized figures. And just any figure that's, you know, that is Venom or was a cross between another character and Venom is down here. I really, really like the Venomized Doctor Strange. It's probably one of my favorites. That and the Captain Marvel. They look really, really nice. And then we have some other Venom symbiotes down here as well. We've got Scream, we've got Mayhem, and then there's a little like Deadpool Venom mix back there too, which is pretty cool. The last shelf that I want to quickly show off is the Pokemon shelf. So we've got some various little figures down here. Some of these are from collection boxes. Some of these are from like Toys R Us and EB Games. And then we've got some Funkos back there. We've got the little Eevee with the Christmas tree that came from the Pokemon Center. Thanks, Wifey. I appreciate that. That was from Christmas. We've got some other Funkos back there as well. And I've got the 25th anniversary Pikachu there. And then these, the Mewtwo and Mew and the Ho-Oh figure were from collection boxes. I believe the Mewtwo and Mew was from the Generations collection box and the Ho-Oh was from the Shining Legends box. And then we've got the Hoenn Legendary Trio up there, along with the original Pokedex. It just needs new batteries and then it will work as good as new. And then I've got a James figure there. The James, I believe, came with the Arbok that you see down here. So that I had from when I was a kid. Thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I am so glad I finally got around to recording this because I know this had been the most requested video on the channel for a while now. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below which of the things behind me was your favorite from today's video. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you are new. Thank you everybody again so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.